Humility is the wise man's measuring rod for learning the difference between what is and what is yet to be. It is said about the Buddha himself started his ministry by discarding all his princely pride in an act of self humiliation. He attained sainthood during his life, but never lost his naturalness, never assumed superior airs. His dissertations and parable were never pompous. He had time for the most humble of men. He never lost his sense of humor. Use your time of life judiciously. To waste a man's existence in grieving over the past and in idleness and heedlessness is to show his unfitness for the noble place he holds as a human being, thus inviting his bad karma to relegate him to a place befitting the unworthiness. Bear this in mind very strongly and do good while life lasts. Patience and tolerance are two very beautiful virtues of life. Cultivate them. Be patient with all. Anger leads one through a pathless jungle. While it irritates and annoys others, it also hurts oneself, weakens the physical frame, and disturbs the mind. A harsh word, like an arrow discharged from a bow, can never be taken back, even if you would offer 1,000 apologies for it. When you are angry, you fight with yourself, for you are the worst enemy of yourself. Mind is your best friend and worst foe. You must try to kill the passion of lust, hatred, and ignorance that are latent in your mind by means of morality, concentration, and wisdom. If you want to get rid of your enemies, you should first kill your anger, which is the greatest enemy within you. You should not think that you can only learn something from only those who praise and help you and associate with you very closely. There are many things that you could learn from your enemies also. You should not think that they are entirely wrong just because they happen to be your enemies. They may also possess certain good qualities. You won't be able to get rid of your enemies by returning evil for evil. If you do that, then you will be inviting only more enemies. The best and the most correct method of overcoming your enemies is by radiating your kindness towards them. Now you may think that this is impossible and something nonsensical. But this method is very highly appreciated by every cultured man. When you come to know that there is someone who is very angry with you, you should first try to find out the main cause of that enmity. If it is due to your mistake, you should admit it and should not hesitate to apologize to him. If it is due to certain misunderstandings between you and the other person, you must have a heart to sit down with him and talk with him and try to enlighten him. If it is due to jealousy or some other emotional feeling, you must try to radiate your loving kindness towards him so that you will be able to influence him through your mental waves. You may not be able to understand how it works, but through the experience of many people, it shows that this is the most powerful, intelligent, and the easiest method, which is very highly recommended in the Buddhist religion. Of course, to do this, you must have confidence and patience in yourself. By doing this, you will be able to make your enemy understand that he is in the wrong. Besides, you are also benefited in various ways for not accommodating enmity in your heart. As long as there is one single fellow creature whom you can console by kind words, whom you can enliven and cheer by your presence, whom you can relieve by your worldly possessions, however scanty that charity may be, you are a precious possession to the human race, and you should never be disheartened or depressed. There may be times when those whom you love do not seem to care for you, and you are apt to feel heavy at heart. But there is no just cause for dejection. What does it matter if others are not grateful to you or do not care for you? As long as you know that you are full of tender heartedness for others, full of loving compassion to your fellow men. One should never depend on others for one's happiness. He who expects to secure satisfaction in life from others is worse than the beggar who kneels and cries for his daily bread.